Gary, a really positive midweek result at Barnsley. Looking ahead now to Saturday's game against Stockport, you must be really pleased with that result on Tuesday.
Yeah, really pleased with the reaction from Saturday. We were all disappointed with. I don't think it was a terrible performance against Wrexham, but we felt like we could do better and have to do better against teams higher up the league. And Barnsley was the kind of first challenge to go and do that. Another long trip after a difficult game on the Saturday is never easy, and yeah, the players, I thought they're right from the start of the game, their mentality, the way they went about the game was first class, and I thought in a tight game, I thought we deserved to win the game, and now we have to recover and we have to go again for a team even higher up the league, a team that's going for promotion. And again, another opportunity to test ourselves against, the very top teams in this league, which should be an opportunity that we really look forward to.
Like you said, Wrexham are a team going for promotion. Stockport are aiming for the same. How would you compare the two teams? Do you expect a game similar to Saturday against a really tough test?
Yeah, I think they're two teams that have actually had a recent kind of rivalry coming from National League, League Two. Their journey has been quite similar. New owners into both clubs. I know the Stockport owner really well. My lad's actually playing. They're playing in the Floodlit Cup final on Friday night at Edgeley Park, and then I think Mark's coming down on Saturday for the game. But yeah, they're a club that in recent history have made huge strides forward from kind of a National League club to now a club that's really pushing to be an established Championship club, and that's a huge test for us because of where we are. So yeah, it's a challenge we should look forward to. SJP will hopefully be full again and give us that backing that we need to beat these top teams.
Do you think playing another promotion side so soon after one is a positive? There's probably things you can look at from that Wrexham game and take them into Saturday.
Yeah, definitely. On Tuesday night, I think we, in certain areas, we showed massive progression on Tuesday night from Saturday, and that is what we want. When we lose a game, we can analyse and we can make improvements. When we win games, there's still areas we have to get better. So we always review games, we always look to make improvements, and we know against the best teams in this league or the better teams in this league, we have to be at our very best. There's not any facets of your game that can be below the level they need to be, because if they are, then these teams punish you. And we felt that last Saturday against Wrexham, and we know that those areas of our game can be better, and we have to make sure on Saturday we get those areas right, and if we do, I'm sure we can win.
Stockport away game, it was horrible conditions up there. I think it was December. What can you look at from that match as well?
I thought we played very well for an hour. I thought we were in the first half in control against a gale force wind. We controlled the game probably too deep in terms of where that possession was, and when we did break through their first line, we didn't capitalise enough on that and create enough opportunities from that. But at half time we felt very much in the game, and then second half they got on top of us a bit. They actually played into the wind very well and used the number 9 and played off a physical 9 and got into the game that way. So there's lessons we'll be able to learn from that game. It was a kind of crazy day weather-wise, and it probably had some kind of bearing on the game, but I think we know that if we get it right, we can hurt them. I think we're a better team from that time in terms of how we attack and how we progress the game from middle of the pitch to the final third. So that's the area where we didn't do ourselves justice that day, and if we do better, then I'm sure we can cause them more problems.
On to availability player-wise, Ryan Trevitt came off on Tuesday night at the end. How is he?
Trev's got a hamstring injury. Not fully sure how long it's going to be, but he'll miss Saturday definitely, and potentially the rest of the season. But yeah, it's a huge blow because of how good he is and how good he has been for us in two spells. We know the quality that he has, and he was actually, for me, he took a few games, but the last 7 or 8 games I think he's been outstanding for us. He got his goal, and I think that would have then probably helped him get even more goals. So I'm sure he'll be bitterly disappointed. We're bitterly disappointed, but we're thankful. I think everyone should be thankful that we seen him again in red and white, and hopefully his career can really progress from here, because I think he's a player with huge potential, and hopefully his time at Exeter can propel him forward and let him show that potential for the rest of his career.
Does it feel like a sad sense of deja vu in that respect?
Yeah, it does a little bit. Obviously, the first time it was an ankle injury. This was a late in the game hamstring injury. He's actually been carrying a little bit of an ankle injury, and potentially because his lack of training to nurse him through Saturday, Tuesday games, has possibly led to the hamstring injury. So we're all bitterly disappointed, but we understand in football these things happen. And like I said, just thankful for Brentford and for Ryan to get the opportunity to work with him again, because he's a fantastic person, and I'm sure he'll have a brilliant career.
He certainly will go on to good things, I think. Dimitri Mitchell?
Demi's seen a specialist this week on his knee. He's got a problem with his knee that potentially will require a smaller surgery, but he's seen a specialist, and we'll get full guidance on the specialist who done his ACL injury, knows his knees inside out. So we'll assess that when we get the kind of findings from the specialist. But yeah, he'll be out for Saturday and potentially the rest of the season as well.
With another game on Tuesday against Wigan as well, is this an opportunity as well where you'll manage game time for certain players just to ensure they're not being pushed too hard?
I'm not sure about managing and not pushing players. Players need to push themselves at the moment. This is the moment of the season where you need to turn up and you need to show your very best. We need to win games. There's still, a lot to play for in terms of places where we want to finish. We want to keep pushing forward and looking up rather than down. We'll pick the best team. I think we've managed the squad quite well in recent games. We've not just picked the same team. Every game is different. We've got players with energy in the team at the right times. There's so many good players that haven't even been making squads, and obviously with the little injuries, then they'll come back into our thinking. And as I always say to the group, everyone has to be ready. You have to train at a level so that when that moment comes where you come on the pitch, you're ready to go and perform. And we'll see how everyone is today, tomorrow, full preparation on to Stockport, and pick a team that's capable of winning.